welcome back to the channel, and today I am bringing you a brand new speed build. This is actually going to be part 1 of 2. This is the Heavens Spa that is on top of one of the buildings. It's actually a penthouse lot. I believe it's in, I can't remember what district it is. I want to say like the business district, but I don't think that's what it's called. It's just kind of like, I don't know. It's just, yeah, it's wherever. It's inside my show note. That's all you guys need to know. And it is a penthouse lot, which I did not realize that when you built on top of the penthouses that you had to actually include all the items that you would find in it. So you'll see here in a little bit what I mean by that. And here I'm just kind of trying to put some pools in and get the general layout of how I want this build to go. I actually really enjoyed this. I've been meaning to build a spa for some time now. I just never really felt the, I don't want to say, well, yeah, no, I didn't really feel the inspiration to do it until City Living came out, which has got to be my favorite expansion pack to date that The Sims have released. And I don't know if it's just because like there's so much more you can do, or just because it's another world and we've been in some serious need of some new worlds, but I really like this, and I like all the scenery and how you can see all the city dwellings in the background there, and we're just, yeah. Alright, here we're just adding in some fences, trying out some new things, kind of trying to figure out where all the outdoor areas are going to be, where the Sims can kind of congregate and do their thing. And I feel like I tried my very hardest to keep it not so modern. Well, no, it is modern. I lied. Not, that's not the word I'm looking for. What am I looking for? Industrial, I think. But being on top of a building, you know, just kind of happens a little bit. So we just tried to match the surroundings as best we could without being too over the top and, I don't want to say uninviting, but just very, I don't know, just, yeah, whatever that is. We tried not to be that. So, yeah, I don't know. That's just how this build went. And I struggled with the windows here for a little bit, which you guys will see. I'm sorry about all the camera flipping. I'm just trying to like make sure that they are all in the same spot, which I don't believe that one is. No, it's not. Okay. So we're going to move that over. I'm just figuring out the doors here. I wanted doors that were going to actually meet, I wanted doors that were actually going to fit the aesthetic of the rest of the build, because I felt like you could use so many different ones, but in the end, I believe we do end up going with the spot A doors just because they look the best, in my opinion, I should say. Not necessarily in someone else's, but that's just how I felt about it. And we're just okay. Yeah, we're still figuring out the layout for this little build. And I gotta say, like, at least there's not so many restrictions on top of the penthouses like I thought that there were going to be. Like I said, you'll see here a little later on when we get to actually designing the inside of the place, what I mean by that. So we're just kind of fixing the roof, and that's not the roof that stays on it, because we try to add some water features in here, and we end up taking that roof out here in just a little bit. I think that will be in this part. And here I am just kind of still trying to figure out what windows work the best, and I think it's just those windows that we end up using, and the skinnier versions of them, or the skinny versions of the spot. I can't remember which one it is. I'm almost positive that they're spot A windows that we keep using. Putting a door to that second balcony out there. I really like the little water pools there at the back. It added a little something, because there is not any landscaping or anything on here, just because it is on top of a building, and I didn't feel like that was the best way to go, though it probably could have worked in some capacity if I had thought about it a little bit more than just deciding to just get rid of it. All right, changing out some windows there, that one, and leave those windows go all around, and we'll put a door right there in between those, I believe. Somewhere, because I realized that they couldn't get up to this section, so I had to go back and fix that. Okay, or maybe I fixed it later, I can't remember. But so we're just kind of going in here and sticking door frames in and floor tiles, which I really like those tiles from Dine Out. They're so shiny and just elegant, and I don't know, they speak to me. And up to, yep, this is where I realized that they can't get to it. So there goes the door. And second staircase is right there. Yep, perfect. Okay. So now we're just going to start mapping out some of the rooms that are going to be in this spa. And I believe we start putting down different items, like the actual spa sectional thing. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but you'll see here in just a few minutes what we're going to do that comes out a little bit more so that they're symmetrical, because I feel like a spa would have a lot of symmetry. I don't know why, it sounds good. And then we'll add those skinny windows back in. There we go. All right, that's much better. This one kind of gave me a little bit of trouble trying to figure out what I was going to do with it. And this is where we're going to add the water feature in just a few minutes. It's very hard to incorporate so much into a space like this, though it is pretty big, granted, but you also just want to have as much as you possibly can, and I couldn't get rid of that, so that's why I added in the water feature. But it was just kind of difficult to put everything where I wanted it to go, so I am really happy with how the rest of it ended up, and here we go with the new roof. And it does not have that curve anymore because, I don't know, it didn't look right after I had to figure out what to do with this, because I obviously couldn't put the roof over the pool, and I think we're going to decorate it just a little bit to give it a little something in just a moment, adding in a window so that you can actually see the water feature, which is just kind of nice touch added in here. I actually kind of wish I would have added more, but I don't know. Maybe I'll go back and do that one day. We'll have to wait and see. And here we are adding in some of the green, like the only greenery that is going to be on this property. And I like the little rocks because you can just kind of manipulate them into however you want. And that one right there looks like a heart. I don't know why that stuck out to me, but I just really like that one. So we're just kind of placing in some rocks and giving it a little something extra because, let's face it, this is pretty sleek and kind of boring. Well, not so much that it's boring, but I don't know. This kind of like gives it something to stick out around the rest of the buildings that are surrounding it. Even though there really isn't much, you can still see the buildings are up above. And that's kind of where I got the idea to name this the Heavens, because you're on top of a building and you're so close to the sky and it's beautiful and nice, and I'm going to quit rambling about it. So here we are, still placing some of the spa items. I wanted to have as many activities as you possibly could for a spa in this area, because I feel like if you're going to go for like a massage, then you might want to do some yoga and get a mud bath or something like that. I've actually never ever been to a spa, so I'm guessing based on what your Sims can do inside a spa. So yeah, and there go the massage chairs, and I believe we're going to stick that there by the staircase and kind of block it off. I play tested some of this. I actually did not play test the spa, so I'm not entirely sure if it works in that location or not, but I will play test it in just a little while. So, alright, we're just kind of making the areas off of the main floor there, and that will actually end up being a bathroom because I stuck the 2 rooms on the other side of the lot are actually the locker rooms where you get ready, and there's like the lockers and stuff in there, but there is no bathroom or anything like that. So this place only has 3 bathrooms, which in hindsight probably wasn't a really good idea, but it seemed like it at the time, so why not roll with it. So we're just placing some more items down. I went down through the spa items and just tried to pick out everything that I thought that I was going to use and place it down as before I forgot to do it. So that's why there's so much random placing right at this moment. So you guys are just gonna have to bear with me a little bit. And yeah, we're just gonna put, I believe we put the umbrellas outside, some statues, just stuff so I don't forget to use it later on. Alright, there's that. A few more by the main pool. And we're going to stick in some lights so I can actually see what I'm doing. Because I'm like, why is this so hard to see inside these rooms, even though it's like the afternoon. But, I'm not the brightest crane in the box, so. And outside here, this is actually not going to remain as like a seating. Well, no, it will. We're just going to add some other things into it later on. I believe that'll be in the second part. Yeah, because I think that we go back down to the main floor here, and we are starting to furnish the locker rooms, which was actually a lot of fun. I was trying to play with the colors, trying to see what worked, what didn't work. I really like the contrast between the wood walls and the marble floor. And I think I'm trying to think. I think one, yeah, okay, the one's blue and then the other one's red. Just to kind of add like a little kiss of color, which the palette for this is like very neutral, other than I believe we use that blue wood paneling in a lot of the main areas in this build. So yeah, we're just kind of getting an idea what we're gonna do here. I'm gonna put those back in there. I'm not sure why that did that. It was a weird cut. Sorry about that, guys. So we're just gonna add in some of the posters that we got with City Living, which are amazing for a build like this. Honestly, I love them so much. Alright, and still trying to decide what else we're going to add in here. I thought those little things that came with the base game were perfect for in there, because it could just be like a little place that you would rest your feet and put your lotion on before you put your clothes on, or just get ready for your spa day or get ready to emerge back into the real world. So I'm just trying to put some shrubbery in here. I believe we end up going with those end tables. There we go, from Spa Day. And there's actually a lot you can do with those. You can manipulate them so much that they look like a totally different piece of furniture, which I absolutely love. This build is just so relaxing. You can just feel it. It's like ultra zen and awesome. So just adding in a few more little bits and bobs. I believe we put a basket. We do. Maybe some books. No, I lied. But we are going to add those robes here in just a moment to the wall. Big, nice, fluffy white robes like you would find at any spa. Which is really kind of odd, because I feel like if you're going to go have like a mud bath, the last thing you want to have on your body is something white, because it's just going to turn into a giant mess. But like I said, I've never been to a spa, so I couldn't tell you. So I really like that vase from Dine Out too. I like the ombre effect, which seems to be a theme in a lot of the Sims packs. I don't know if that's just because they like ombres or what, but it's okay with me in that one. And we are furnishing the woman's side of the lockers. Just adding in some more seating areas. Oh, too far. Oh, too far. I think in that part, like, I was sitting there looking at it, I'm like, why can't I get these to go and be even? And then I didn't realize that the one was not pushed up against the wall. So, whoops. I am definitely a blonde, for sure. Even though I bleach my hair, but I swear I've always been a natural blonde. Just, it's starting to get darker than I like, and we can't have that. We just can't have that. It's just not a thing that's going to happen in my world. So here come, I think we put those next to the lockers as just like a hanging rack for you to put your towels in, or grab a towel. And I think we use that wicker basket. We do. There go the robes, the nice white fluffy robes, and the wicker basket for the dirty linens when you're done. And I believe we're going to add some lighting. I think we end up using one of the hanging lights from Dine Out. The one, I'm trying to think, the one that kind of looks like a fishnet almost. We're just kind of filtering through, see what looks good, see what doesn't. I also wanted to try to, I don't know, I wanted this place to be glamorous and just somewhere that you would come to escape the city life. And yeah, I feel like I've achieved that. So now that we've got that all taken care of, we are going to be moving into the main lobby area, which also carries that, oh, see, I don't know if you guys caught that or not, but I stopped recording for a minute because I realized that you actually had to have the elevator and stuff, and I tried to hide it in the staircase, but then I'm like, well, then they can't get up here, so we'll move that in just a little while. Just finishing off the spa room, putting in some wood flooring and wood walls just to kind of go with the rest of the area. Yep, here goes the elevator. We're just going to move it over here, which I think it actually looks okay to me. Yeah, there goes the blue. I just wasn't expecting to have to use that because I probably would have made the build a little bit different, but I think having the elevator there actually looks okay. And it's a nice breakup between the little walkway outside and the rest of the place. So you can either just go use the pool if you're going up to the penthouse, or you can come into the spa and have a nice day. And yeah, I definitely like that. So we're working on the counter area behind the main reception area. Just putting things in there. And the wall decoration that I use in here will actually, I think it's those, or some variant of that, will actually not stay. I'm putting in a nice little chandelier. And we'll put that in the center and then make another chandelier just to kind of continue on the spiral, because it looks really cool. But so yeah, we're going to put that in, and I don't believe that stays. I think we actually change what what that piece is. I can't remember, and I absolutely love these little wall things from the, what is it, the luxury party stuff pack, I think it is. I don't know why, but I use those in almost every single one of my builds. It's kind of a problem. And just sticking a mirror behind them to kind of give them a little bit more depth, which I probably should have moved that up a little bit more, but hey, you know, what are you going to do? So we're making a nice little seating area here, and that bar is going to change. I believe it's going to be the spa day bar. I tried to branch out and use a few more items, but when it got down to it, just the spa day pack had a lot cleaner, well, not that it was cleaner, but I had a lot more items that just kind of fit the aesthetic I was trying to go for. We're going to create another seating area here and just try and get everything together. And then this is where I'm starting to play with the walls and stuff for the trash compactor and whatnot, but that's where I'm going to leave this one. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will catch you in part 2. Bye guys.